Hey everyone,
Heidi Ho.
hope everyone's doing good today. It's come to our attention that a lot of questions were raised about the most recent donation drive for D-Johns. We're here to try to clarify a few things of the rumors and put the information out as we know it. And that's about it. Do you have anything to add, Teresa?
No, just that you can donate your money to whomever you want. We just want you to understand what you're donating to.
I agree, and also I think everybody here agrees that to Dijon, we're definitely sorry for your loss. That's not what this is about. Uh, we just want to. Some things pop up. I always say the anatomy of a scam. When something pops up, it may be partially true, and then other things aren't. And always beware of urgency, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah, questions are important, and I guess um, we all, well, I personally kind of got involved in this when I saw her on a panel talking about needing money for her husband who had died. I guess he had died very suddenly, and there was a funeral arranged, and they needed her to sign some papers, and she was going to end up having to pay for all of it, is what I understood her to say in the beginning. Is that,
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
guys
that's it.
remember anything?
Yeah, and in fairness, this is about trying to get at what is the truth and honesty. And I actually played. Now, Dijon and I've only had one interaction with her, which she called me a son of a bitch and said she was going to dox my IP and all that. I don't. Other than that, I don't know who the hell she is. I mean, I've seen her around, yeah. So I kind of took the role of, look, okay, gave her the benefit of the doubt of not knowing, and to give everybody kind of a history that Don passed away on March 31st, which has been Wednesday. Something like that usually sparks a family's interest, and things kind of get going pretty quick. The next day would have been Thursday, Friday, but it seems like Saturday. Dijon went on to Polly Crispy's and was saying, "Look, I'm in a bind. Need some money. It's all on me. I got to come up with this money." And some questions were asked, but the things kind of took a life of its own, and because people generally don't want to disbelieve something like that, and it's not in dispute, that the guy passed away, that wasn't in dispute. And there's this ball that got going. There was, I don't mean to rush ahead and on. If I am, just stop me because I tend to get going.
No, you're doing good, Nathan. You go ahead.
And so, yeah, because we don't have a script here, we're just winging it, trying to like I said, arrive at the truth. And so I was playing the benefit. I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I said, okay, let's say it was Saturday when she went on the panel, and she didn't know. Let's say she didn't know that the family had arranged for everything that had already been paid for and had already been paid for. Um, well, she made some statements that I'm sure we'll play here in a little bit that were kind of contradictive, and that kind of raised a flag for me. In rewatching, I didn't see it live, obviously, but what alarmed me was how fast things propagated to the point where they're setting up a pool and getting the 1,400. I found out how much it was going to be, $1,400. If they're going to get it together, and she kept saying, I need this by Monday. When someone says they need something immediately, that's when I said, well, hold on, nothing. This
That's
is
right.
nothing.
Urgency is a big red flag.
Yeah, and she didn't just say it one time. She made it several times. So that kind of sparked, as you know, as we do, don't just take things at face value, verify, validate, and then if we're wrong, we admit we're wrong. If we're right, well, then we run around bragging like sons of bitches. No, we don't do that. So anyway, Anon, if you want to take it over, I don't know if you have. It looks like you have a screenshot here.
Yeah, this is where she was in Nepalese and said she actually had paid for the obituaries, assuming his daughter, and set it up, that way. So she's admitting, I guess, that she already had paid for the obituary.
Yeah, in listening to the replay at the very beginning, she said she paid for the obituary, and then it wasn't that many minutes later, 5, 10 minutes later, it changed to we, and then she, the daughter. A little bit of a red flag there, because it started off that I don't know what was going on that made her change her mind. The stream. Do we know what time of day that stream was? I know it was Saturday. Do we know was anybody? I know Cindy was there, and she's probably here.
I think it
Um,
was in the evening. I think it was in the evening.
yeah. See, if that was in the evening, after hours, granted they may have an answering service at the funeral home. They could have gone in and made do some transactions. Come in Saturday. We'll take care of it. But if it was in the evening, that doesn't look well. If it's 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, because timing is important. Because it's going to come up in a little bit that the family was, I would say, perturbed at the very least, pissed, probably more accurate, that this was going on, and that the arrangements had already been made and paid for prior
Yes,
to
that's
all
right.
the strings.
The arrangements had been arranged for and paid for, and all the family needed was the signature to release the body.
And now, of course, I think, John, if you're out there listening, I think you're more than welcome to come up here and just tell us where we're wrong in our thinking.
Yeah, there's been a lot of questions. I see she also was over to Mike still pushing the PayPal today.
That's right. And that was maybe the urgency of doing this non-scripted panel. That's because there's some things that have come to our attention that she isn't being forthright about. Specifically the fact that his family, his daughter, has paid for this already. It's all taken care of.
Okay, did I hear
The
you correctly?
obituary, the
That
funeral.
she was pushing the PayPal money for today.
Yes,
Today,
Yes,
even
yes.
after.
she was over to Mike still pushing the PayPal. Yeah, today.
Mike
Okay,
Taylor.
I'm okay. I'm hoping. I'm sure that we have permission to show this. This is obviously from the daughter of Donald and Amanda. Again, we're very sorry for your loss, and that's not what this is about. Uh, if you're new to this, if you're out there listening, I don't know if you are or not, but we've come across this far too many times in this community, where people have taken advantage of certain situations, pulling on heartstrings in order to generate everything from what stage 4 cancer to a 40-year-old colonel in a wheelchair. What else we got? Oh, the let's go. Oh, some guy need a heart transplant. We've seen a lot of this, and we're trying to. You think us exposing this as much as we have, that it would curtail some of the activity, but it seems to continue. So go ahead, Anand.
Yeah. T is in the chat. I just read it just for a minute. It says it's disrespecting the family, but she wants this out here. It says absolutely insane that I have to be posting something like today. This was yesterday. It was Amanda, and what she had posted is, I'm trying to grieve the loss of my father and process everything that's going on. Everything that needed to be taken care of, my dad's funeral service, I have arranged and she financed. I want to make that clear. She actually financed and paid for everything. That was one day ago. Then, as she said, if anyone sees any type of fundraiser page or PayPal information that has been set up for the loss of my dad, please let me know and report it. I have created one, nor asked anyone to create one for me. It's a scam. Please feel free to share. And that was on her Facebook page.
Let me tell you that there's nothing that is one of the biggest disrespects that you can have for a family who has lost someone is to try to scam using the death of their family member. So unfortunately, when you're involved in the loss of a family member, you might not have the ability to come up and say a word about it. I mean, I wouldn't want to disrespect this person's family, but I think what she's doing is pretty disrespectful. That's my personal opinion. Maybe everybody on the panel doesn't agree with me, but You know, I've been scammed out of money at the time of death, and I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, and again, that post was yesterday. In fairness, and Saturday was a key day because that's when looks like Saturday evening now. But we can definitely get the exact time that she made those statements. And if it was an evening, that doesn't look well. I'm trying to give her the benefit that maybe things happened quickly. There was a dispute who's going to pay for what, and all of a sudden Saturday it got resolved. But Dijon didn't know it got resolved, that it was going to be paid for, and she went off, with that limited information, or going to be able to lay claim to, oh, I didn't know. So, but I saw that there was also some. What's up, guys? So anyway, so I was hoping to see something from either Thursday or Friday that would confirm one way or the other that the ranges. Now, I mean, who's going to do that? Who's going to go? Who's going to have someone, a loved one, pass away, and immediately go, oh, by the way, yeah, my dad passed away. I'm going to let everybody know that I'm paying for it. They don't do that, so I don't expect to see it. It would be nice to have some corroboration, but it doesn't look good that it happened that late on Saturday night when I'm sure arrangement had been made.
Yeah, that's correct. And says she was on News New England saying that she was going to the funeral home on Saturday. So she actually was going there Saturday.
Yeah, should we take some questions from the chat, or do you want to jump into the video? I think we should probably jump into the video pretty quick. It probably explain a lot of answers, and probably people have more questions after watching it.
Yeah, I just got one more screenshot here I want to share with you guys.
Sure.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah, a little bit. No, absolutely no.
Okay, it says, I'm asking everyone who knows Don and his precious daughter, Amanda.
Wait, Anon, 1 second. It says 6 hours ago when you screen captured that. So when did you screen capture that so we can get a frame of reference? Is that, did you capture that? That's what I don't like about Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even 9% sure. It was yesterday.
You captured this yesterday? Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah. So anyway, it just says there's a warning over Facebook about the ex and her GoFundMe account. She has collected zero, as it should be. His beautiful daughter is given full credit in the post. So that was somebody else that was actually sharing some of her stuff, his daughter's stuff, that said that she had looked after everything. I just wanted to make that point. All right, Nathan, where do you want to go? You want to go with the video next?
Yeah. Yeah, I would love to really, hopefully by the end of this thing, we can resolve my little dilemma I have with the timing. I can pull up Polystream and get the exact time that she made those statements. And if it's in the evening, it doesn't look well for Dijon's. But in order for her to not say, "Oh, look, I didn't know," she must have went in and paid for it Saturday this afternoon, and I had no idea. There's always that. I just want to let people know. And if that is the case, Dijon, please, by all means, come let us know. But it looks to me like the family is in no certain terms saying that even as Saturday, I guess it would be Saturday, that you were not, that they already made arrangement to have everything paid for, and you're still running the PayPal as of today, you said?
Yeah, it was today. Today, Mike Taylor, she was still running the PayPal. Hey, Kate.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Can I make one more quick point? Something that bothered me right from the get-go, whether this was a scam or not. I don't really know what it is, the responsibility of this community, to take care of these sorts of issues. Particularly, she said she's been separated and what have you from this fella for a long time. She had even, said that, she didn't want the daughter to have to take care of everything, blah, blah, blah. But why does this community have to take care of it? And, with all due respect to the family, but, why come to this community for it? And I think people come to this community because you guys are so generous. They know that you're very generous people. And anyway, that was a point that I wanted to make. It's not the obligation of this community to do that.
Yeah, it's a good point too, because I actually was DM'd quite a few DMs of people that already donated and are fairly upset about this also. So, hey, Kate, how you doing?
Okay. Wow, people actually donated to her? That is gross.
Yeah, they donated. Yeah, there's a few.
And so I'm assuming she hasn't refunded, because I know for a fact that she is aware that this has been paid for and that the family is not happy, because on Facebook, they are obviously circulating these warnings that it's a scam, don't pay for it. And she is mad reacting them now. She is mad reacting those posts.
I guess that means angry face.
A little
Emoji.
angry. She's reacting with a little angry face emoji on Facebook. So, I mean, in no uncertain terms, her help is not needed nor wanted in this situation, and she is aware of that. So, if it's not a scam, which I'll keep a sliver of an open mind on that, then she should be reimbursing everyone who donated to her, because she will not be paying for the services.
Yeah,
For
if
sure.
she knew that, as of today, definitely by this morning, she knew that it was paid for, and there's no need for a PayPal pool or anything like that, then she shouldn't be asking for a dime from anybody.
Well, that's the point I was making. She was over to Mike Taylor, still asking for money in PayPals.
For the funeral?
Yeah, that was today. Not that long ago, before I done my live.
You gotta be kidding me.
Nope.
D. John, you need to come up here and talk. That does not look good. It's all paid for. It's all taken care of.
I think there's some members of his family that are in the chat as well. These are from today, aren't they? Is
Yep.
this from earlier today?
That's today, yeah.
Okay, but what does that mean? That's almost like a riddle. I've been to the funeral home today to take care of all this shit. What shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
That's
nothing
right.
to take care of. It's been done. It's been done.
She's also making, the claim that she's now responsible for all of his bills or his debts or something like that, to try to get money out of people. And, that's just not true. That's just not true. Let me put it this way.
Oh,
It's not that a dead person, it's not that a dead person isn't responsible for their bills, but if a dead person doesn't own anything, they're not going to get anything from them, You know what I mean? So, I don't get where she thinks that she needs to pay
Well, it all
anything.
depends. It all depends on the nature of the debt, and if there were, obviously that's why you have an attorney take care of all that, and if there's an estate and they take care of that, there is one, and that gets worked out. But I
Right.
don't think if she's asking for that, that's something we can deal with later. I think, but we'll be, because it could be if they were married and had co-debt under.
Well, but that's co-debt. I mean, that's something that that debt existed whether he passed away or not. And I think that would be very foolish. I mean, obviously that's not a point in the honest direction for D. Johns if she's starting to shift the narrative and
Yeah.
change the story as to why she needs this money. First it's funeral expenses, then when that's disproven, all of a sudden she's got bills. I mean, if you were going to pay off the debt, then maybe you should have led with that and not started scamming on something else and then flip the narrative.
It's a little soon, huh? God, a little soon. I mean, haven't even had the services yet. Jeez.
So, Nathan, do you want to you want to screen share that video?
Yeah.
You want to touch on that?
Yeah. I haven't had it. But let me switch the mic over here. See which one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Can you still hear me? Barely. Huh?
Yeah.
Switch the old mic.
While you're pulling that up, I would like to make a point that one thing that kind of struck me as suspicious last night, because she was still doing this whole thing last night, is that she was starting to attempt to smooth over issues with people that she has antagonized before, myself included. So I believe that Pat had asked her at one point, what's the deal with you threatening to come and kick Kate's ass? And she was like, oh, no, I didn't mean that. We were both upset, which is a lie. I was not upset. There was no going back and forth with that one. She was upset that Josh was going to jail and threatened to kick my ass. But I was like, that is a hallmark of a scammer running a scam, as they start to try to smooth out any static they have with other people so that there's less scrutiny on the scam they're trying to pull off.
Yeah. No play button won't work. There we go. That's low, huh? Let me turn it up.
No, she's being serious.
You know.
She
Well,
needs help.
D. Johns can come up here, and if she comes up here and talks to me, who knows, man? People with sock accounts and stuff, and people trying to fucking, do stuff. Fuck that shit, man.
Polly, stop it, okay? Oh, no, he's not on the panel. Sorry. I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry, you said that earlier, too.
I love it. Get out. Get him, Kate. Get him.
Afters from it, so
I get that.
You need to hear Polly.
But
You need to
before
hear her
you do
voice.
anything, you get your ducks in a fucking row and you get Kent and every bastard and everyone over here to bloody witness it all.
It's there.
Yeah.
And it's not that I judge you for consequences.
Trevor post for her without she did. Dude, what's up?
I bought a. That's why you're the boxer and I'm not.
What up, D?
Hello.
Hey,
Sir.
John.
Hi. Sorry to bother you guys.
Dude, what's up?
Just that I'm I've got to. I can show you guys when it comes to when I get his obituary. Well, I've got the obituaries running in the newspaper, but I can show you guys his death certificate when it's cleared through the funeral home. It's Legacy Funeral Home here in Anderson, Indiana. I've got an issue with the family. Because he had a girlfriend at the time. So I don't know. I'm just a nervous wreck. I need help. They want the money. To set the funeral up. The only thing that they did do is run the obituary.
Gotcha. D. Johns.
I've got to go Monday and set some rest of the arrangements up.
D. Johns. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, DFK.
This was your husband, yes?
Yes.
And he had a girl.
What was his name?
Pardon?
What's his first name?
Don.
Okay. And they're requiring money up front.
Well, yeah. You can't just. You've got to have charge cards to put all this on.
Okay. They cannot do monthly payments.
No, not for a funeral. No, they're not. The one I'm going to said that no, they wanted to be able to open a grave. They have to have the money on a credit card, or even if we decide to have him cremated, that seems to be the cheaper route. They still want money set
That'll
up.
still be about
Okay.
$4,000.
No, I just recently heard. Jesus fucking Christ! I went through shit like this recently, Paulie. I know a little bit.
So much. Your
Go ahead.
story's elongated. Was he 55 years old?
56.
Okay. Was it last name start with an F?
Last name start with an F?
Yeah.
No, it starts with a B. It's Don Vance. Donald Vance.
Oh, okay. Because I saw Donald Fortner in the obituary.
I'm extremely upset right now because his daughter went up there and signed the obituary. Didn't put my name in it, but put his girlfriend's name in as one of his close friends. So I've got to go Monday and get the obituary changed. And since I'm financially responsible, I'm getting the obituary changed and to put my name in it.
Hey,
I'm
D-
assuming you,
Hey, D Johns.
Yes.
DJ, you guys are separated, I'm assuming. If he's got
We
a
were-
girlfriend.
we were separated, not legally separated. We were estranged, but
Yeah, all right.
I'm just extremely upset right now, and everything's going to fall on me, and I just got to figure out how to. I've paid for the obituary, assuming his daughter had set it up that had my fucking name in it. And
Okay, we're gonna pause it right there. So that's the first time she mentioned she paid for the obituary, right?
Correct.
She just told a lot of lies right there, though. Like a lot of lies.
She did.
Ready? This video was started at let's see, April 3rd at 17:10. Okay, so that's
5 in the afternoon, 5:10.
yeah, but what's weird is that's 5 in the afternoon, but we got to take away. This is Zulu, so we got to take away 5 because to get to Eastern. So that would be 12:10 p.m. and it was 2 hours into the video, so 2.5 hours. So it'd be at 2:45 p.m. Saturday.
The day she said she was going to the funeral, to the funeral home.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Just looking at I just look at the video. Will bombs be dropped today? Yeah, that was at 17 minutes, and so that'd be it'd take away 5 hours for time zones. 12:10, add 2.5 hours, so it's somewhere around 2:45 p.m. Eastern time.
That there's his marriage certificate. So he was married.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was disputing that. I mean, the issue here is that the daughter paid, as far as I understand from what I read, the daughter paid for the obituary. So she's lying when she says that she did. And she's claiming that the funeral home told her, you need to come up with all this money up front, which could not have happened because prior to this video, the daughter had already paid.
Yeah, and it could have been that during the video, right around that time, that the daughter went up there and made payments. You know, I mean, I'm still there's a little bit of if that's the case, I don't know. I mean, we still have to resolve that, right? Don't we? When exactly Saturday it was paid, and did she? And
Well, no,
DJ
according to the family, the funeral arrangements were made and paid for the day after he was found deceased.
now it's huge. That's a big. That's of course it is hearsay, but that would be a big important piece of information that if that was but if it was kind of up in the air and then there was back and forth about who is going to be obligated to pay it, and then this is 2:45 p.m. on Saturday when she went up there and made those statements. I mean, could it be that she didn't know that it had been paid that day?
Yeah, but then that would, I mean, how would she have had this conversation with the funeral home then?
Yeah, well, she could have talked Friday, and then that was her going away. That was her understanding that she had to come up with all this money, by Monday. And so she took to the airwaves and started begging. I mean, is that what happened, Dijon?
From my understanding, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago that this was paid. So
No. He just passed away last Wednesday.
He died on the 31st.
yeah, Skylar Cook is in the chat right now saying he was found deceased March 31st. So I'm sorry. Funeral was paid for on Friday.
Okay, now I heard earlier that it was paid on Saturday. If it was paid on Friday, then it's over for Dijon because she should have known. And the fact that she's out soliciting donations as late as today, knowing that it's already been paid for. It's so sad when he was so young, not very old. But well, Anyway, here we just heard her say that she paid for the obituary. Let's back it up a little bit.
Now I'm extreme. I just that had the obituary as to. I just got to figure out how to. I've got the. I paid for the obituary.
I paid for the obituary.
Assuming his daughter had set it up that had my fucking name in it. And
okay, there's some contention there. I'm sure that there's a little bit of little bad blood, but that's not the discussion. But okay, so she said in no uncertain terms. I heard her just say, "I paid for the obituary."
Now I'm extreme. I just found this out this morning. So it's Legacy Funeral Homes in Anderson, Indiana.
I found it.
Hey, D. Johns.
He had the same middle name as me, Eugene.
What?
D. Johns, I want to give you my condolences and let you know that I'm very sorry to hear about the loss of your husband.
Thank
We all
you,
are,
Shelley.
Mama.
But no,
We all are,
listen.
John.
If anybody that donates, and Polly, anybody, when I go up there Monday and I fill the paperwork out, I will have his death certificate, and you guys will. I mean, they just don't give that to anybody. You have to be a family member to.
Okay, see, nobody's disputing that. Nobody has disputed that. Why should you keep bringing that up? I'll give you I'll provide the proof, death certificate. No, you know.
Well, the thing is, Naven, is she says about going up there on Monday, but yet she's in a chat throwing her PayPal out there, still asking for money. So has she been up there or not?
Get that. So I can show anybody that. Yes, he was. He was he had been a Marine.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Just
back.
John.
I'm gonna skip through that. We know that's not important. This right here is what she's talking about here. If you guys want to watch that, you can go watch the stream.
Tell you guys, if anybody donates, I'll come back. I normally don't come up on Polly's channel. Polly and I've had a few words ins and out, and I'm throwing that aside. Just if anybody can help, I'll have receipts and I'll have his obituary, so you know that I'm not bullshitting.
D. John, can you get a PayPal pool opened up?
There we go.
Um,
That didn't take long, did it? We're 10 minutes into this thing. PayPal pool going already.
Cindy, I don't even know how to open a PayPal pool.
She don't have open a PayPal pool, but she was going to snag my IP address if I went on panel. This one.
It's just,
I mean,
if you go to PayPal, it's one of the options. I can talk to you on our
Do Cash App, Shelley.
in the messenger.
Cash App gives them more
Give
money.
me a
than Flip
PayPal
Card.
pool, let everyone watch it. Anybody who
Yeah.
looks at it can watch.
Do you see how this builds? This is what happens right here. This is how quickly it goes.
It. It's a lot more accountable.
Hey, now.
that would be great. Anything. I mean, transparency is not a big deal. I mean, that's not a big deal. I can show that. And I don't
John?
normally. Yes, Jimmy.
Peanut is asking for the name of the funeral home again.
It's Legacy Funeral Home in Anderson, Indiana.
You get that, doll? Peanut, you get that?
Here you go. I mean, hold on. This is the obituary. Just in case you want to know, I just put it down in chat. So I mean, it's legit. The gentleman died. And D. John, just because we've had words, that's the internet. You know, this is real life. You know what I mean?
I know, Polly. I know. I just
1 second, real quick. Who was that? Dirty Blonde. We are reporting you to PayPal. I don't think we need to go that far just yet. I think that the idea of this stream is to kind of find out what happened, find out what the deal is, right? I mean, granted, it doesn't look very good. Am I audible? Can you guys hear me? I'm just kind of listening.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I agree. In the next few days, it will probably come out in the wash.
I'm just at my wit's end. I'm upset, and I don't know how to deal with all of it. And I'm sorry, but I just wanted to. There's people in your chat that a lot of them I don't. Some like me, some don't. We get along, we don't get along, or whatever. But I do have some friends in here that I just love to death. And I just thought I'd ask. I mean, we butt heads on stuff because I believe things and you guys believe things. There's certain people, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
But this is I just need help right now. I just don't know what to do. And this just happened. They found him a few days ago. He had taken off and went to Florida, and then he came back up here in Indiana, and they found him in a hotel.
I'm so sorry. Oh.
You know, and it was the only thing. I mean, he had a heart attack, but he was an alcoholic, and he had
right, once again, we're gonna
health issues with his.
Why is she doing that? Okay, we're gonna skip forward through this.
I was just thinking the same thing. What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
A heart attack.
Teacher.
That wasn't the only
All right.
disparaging
Thanks,
thing she had
Shelley.
to say about it.
I know. I mean, who does that? God dang.
You know, they want me to sign paperwork off, and
Okay, I'm back up.
you know, I can't go to the funeral home today. I've got to do it Monday. I talked to Lane. She said I could come in Monday and try to straighten this out with the obituary, and you know, they want me to sign paperwork off, and you know, I just got to go Monday and finish talking to him. So, but I don't know what else to say.
Have you made your decision if you're going to bury him or cremate him?
Well, my idea is cremation because it's the cheapest route to go, and it's I can give his daughter his remains, and
That's a
I
nice
think
idea.
I think
Nice of you.
I think she should have his remains.
That's very nice of you.
He had a wonderfully nice daughter, sweet girl.
Yeah, that's very nice of you.
Pause that for a
And
sec.
I'm a little salty that they didn't put my name down there as wife, but they put his girlfriend's, you know, as special friend in there. That kind of upsets me to the utmost. You know, the showing, everything's supposed to start Wednesday, but for the showing and so on. But you know, I don't know how far that's going to go once I go up there and change the paperwork on it.
I was looking at the website for Legacy Funeral Homes with a basic service. You get a simple cremation package, which includes the white coverlet cremation container for transport, the transportation to the funeral home, which is owned by the crematory, includes notifying Social Security. They do everything for you, so you don't have to worry about it. And it also includes the death certificate and to transfer your loved one into their care, as well as the cost of cremation. And an urn, you can choose a wooden or a basic. There's two different ones, or you can provide your own. You don't need to.
Jesus, what is Goldknight doing? Goldknight, she needs to go work for the damn funeral home. She's selling a package.
But it's 20, and that was everything for you.
It seems to be. I mean, you know, I've got, like I said, Golden, I've got to go check everything and see. You know, I don't know what all they offer. They kind of went around about on, you know, kind of skimmed over their different things.
Yeah.
But
they've got different packages that you could even purchase on this website. It's just all you need to do is purchase it. And then I'm assuming fill out the information. And once you do the payment information, you can print out your receipt, bring it in there, and with your loved one's name.
I think she works for Legacy Funeral Homes. Goldknight what is she doing? Getting the sales pitch.
And they take care of everything. It's kind of like pretty simple.
yeah, I mean,
Whoa, look at this. Pat S. Are the children and sisters contributing? Good question. Very good question.
If you chose to do something like that, I'm just saying, you know, that's cool that you could do that now. I haven't had to bury someone in quite some time, but yeah.
Are the children and the sisters contributing? Is the girlfriend contributing?
No, his sister and his mother and father are passed away. They've already passed away. His daughter, she paid for the obituary.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Whoa.
Wait, she said she did it and then she did. What?
What did I?
They've already passed away. His daughter, she paid for the obituary.
Didn't we just hear her say, was it once or twice that she paid for the obituary? Probably just once. I think I played it twice.
Twice.
Twice? Maybe so that's a little odd.
But as far as anything else hasn't been paid for as of yet.
As of yet.
Obituary.
As of yet. Is she playing the time game? Is she playing they agreed to pay for it, the family agreed to pay for it, but it hadn't paid for it yet? Does that put her in the clear? As of 2:45 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday? Maybe they paid for it at 3 o'clock on Saturday. Or someone just mentioned that they paid on Friday, but I also saw Saturday too. As of yet.
His daughter, she paid for the obituary, but as far as anything else hasn't been paid for as of yet.
As of yet.
Obituaries are quite expensive if they're very long.
As of yet. Could that be to the person like myself thinking, well, as of yet, does that mean they're planning on paying for it? And if so, why are you running a pool? A begathon? As of yet. What would Shiva say about that? As of yet. They haven't not paid for the funeral as of yet. That's an important bit. I would think if I was wholly convicted that I solely had to pay for something, I would say nobody's paid for anything, and not only that, but they're not going to. I'm the one holding the bag here. I got to pay for all this. As of yet. As of yet.
Oh. This one I've seen $50 for the obituary, I believe. But as far as the rest of it, I and like you said, Golden, I'll have the receipts. I'll have his death certificate, and I can send all of that. Polly, I don't have your email. I've never emailed you before. Never. I've never sent any kind of communication with you, but that I can give anybody all of that. Whatever.
Let's count how many times she says I can give you the death certificate and prove that the guy is no longer with us.
Whatever they need to.
Teresa R wants to know how old the daughter is.
She is.
We don't need to know that.
I just recently buried my mother and my dad.
Okay, we don't need to know that.
When it came to that, I gave him we tried to go the most cost effective way for her with showing some respect. It's not something that people
about anything. Parents passing away, but they both had insurance, so everything was taken care of. I never had to worry about anything, with that matter. But as far as dealing with somebody, a loved one passing away that has no insurance or nothing to back, I'm kind of being thrown into this at, just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, and so here's the question.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but you really should think about working for that company. Really. I mean, you had me sold. I was going to buy something.
If there is no insurance.
So you know what's interesting?
Nobody's even around me died yet.
Golden Eyes. Yeah, Golden Eyes knew more about the funeral packages than D-Johns did, who is claiming that she needs money for it. She had no idea. None. I mean, how do you even know how much money you need if you don't even know what packages are available or what you are, going to decide on? Like, the whole thing is just so suspect. She's literally like, I don't know about any of that. Like, I need money, but I didn't talk to anyone about it yet. That's crazy.
Yeah, Dijon had 4 days. Golden Eyes had 4 minutes and had the whole spill.
Why do you feel obligated to be the one to take care of it? Or
Okay, I remember this part. This is actually a good point here. It gets a little contentious, but this is why you ask questions.
Okay, and so here's the question: if there is no insurance, why do you feel obligated to be the one to take care of it, or are they telling you that you have to?
DFK, really?
No, Golden, I'm serious.
Why does she have to feel obligated? He was her husband.
Polly, please check him.
I'm legally responsible because he is my husband. Whether we were estranged or not, legally, I'm responsible.
Okay, now is that true? I mean, okay, so say a couple is married and they've been married for, let's say, 30 years, but they've been estranged for 15 years. And they each go off, have their own lives, have different, new partners in life and all that stuff. And then the husband dies. They're going to go, is that true? They're going to go, you're legally responsible. Let's go find her, round her up. Is that how it goes? I mean, I don't know. Is that how it works?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
I know
legally responsible.
a friend of my parents.
If the family was willing to pay for it, no. She's legally responsible. She has to pay. I don't know. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sorry, no.
And
a friend of my parents had a similar situation, sort of, where the wife died and they were estranged. And I mean, what happened was the husband didn't come in and pay for the burial. As I recall, it was a state sponsored, not a pauper's grave, but pretty much like Medicaid came in and took care of it.
That's right.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
But something, because they don't just, they're not going to just let anybody nothing happen to them forever.
Well, I mean, if somebody doesn't pay for first of all, there's no legal obligation to have a service. And I know that may sound a little bit callous, and I certainly, obviously the family has decided to have a service as they should, but there's no law that states that you have to have, a memorial service when somebody dies, right? The body just has to be, taken care of properly. And I mean, they're not going to just dump somebody into a ditch because their estranged wife can't afford to pay for the burial. That's just, that's crazy. There's no logic to that whatsoever.
So they'll do the minimal, but she's not legally responsible to go get the urn and have the ceremony and do the obituary and do all the things that cost.
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
His daughter. She has done the talk to his daughter.
That's a little bit.
And I have talked to his daughter. She has done the obituary, but she didn't even put my name in the obituary. So that sounds like to me it's not going to go very well with the rest of the conversations that we're going to have to end up having here in the near future.
I'm just saying, God forbid if anything were to happen to the father of my children, even though we are not married and I'm no longer obligated. I still loved him at one time in my life.
That's right.
I still do. I still have love for him because
and
he's still the father of my children, and I would want him to go peacefully and in the best way possible for my kids, for the people who survived him, who love him, and I would. That's just the human thing to do.
But
not
the
about
girlfriend
obligation.
Has money put back.
But
for
the
his
girlfriend
body
gets
check
mentioned.
if needed.
The girlfriend gets
cares?
mentioned. The wife doesn't, but the girlfriend does. That's where my issue lies.
No.
The girlfriend was mentioned in the obituary, but she has no legal or financial responsibility to help
She's saying that again. I just don't know about that.
with anything. It's falling on me that I'm married to him.
You don't have to explain, honey.
Yes. See, that's where my issue lies. It's like they want to acknowledge one and then punish the other. And I'm sorry, but that's wrong. In my opinion, that's wrong. Maybe it's just me. But in my opinion, that is wrong.
No,
You cannot acknowledge one and punish the other. He's
Teresa
married to her.
Teresa Richards, no, there was no divorce papers filed or signed or anything.
John, seriously, I'm not trying to bash you. It's just certain shit does not make sense to me, and there's a lot of certain little inconsistencies in life everywhere that do not make sense to me, and this is definitely one of them.
And it hurts my feelings that they would mention the girlfriend and not mention his wife.
Yeah.
And she keeps bringing that up, and I could understand how that would be, painful, but she keeps airing that out publicly, and that's.
I don't, because the guy was missing for weeks, and she wasn't going on you from panel to panel asking people to help find him. She wasn't posting on Facebook looking for him.
And once again, why is it the responsibility of this community? Why come to this community and ask them for that? It's, to me, I just, if you want to help and you want to do this for, your husband or whatever, go to your friends and your family and ask them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If it was legit, say the family, well, she thinks she's still under the argument that she's being the one solely financially responsible. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying, look, so and so died. Can you help the family out? Or, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that. But she's definitely looking for money for herself to pay for everything. Could it be that she?
Well, she's lying.
Yeah. When today, we know what she did today, because if she's asking for money today, then yeah, that's a problem.
Where did she get that she was legally obligated to pay for his funeral services? Did the police knock on her door and say, "Hey, we're here to collect. You have to pay for these funeral services"? Did she get a demand letter? Like, where did she manufacture this? Yeah, this in 4 days. It's just not accurate. It's not true. Like, she's drawing that from nowhere. It's not true.
Well, because it's not true doesn't make it a lie. She has to knowingly make a false statement with the intent to deceive. So she could just be like me. I didn't know. Maybe, but I'm not going to run off and say something, like that if I don't know. But maybe she believes that. Maybe she's, huh?
I'm sorry they did that. That was terrible.
John?
Yes.
Hey, I've got a suggestion. You're going to need to start this PayPal as soon as possible.
Okay, Hank. No, you don't have to start the PayPal as soon as possible. It's only Saturday at 2:45 p.m. They're not gonna. The funeral home is not gonna come break your kneecaps if you don't give them $1,400 by Monday morning at 7. You don't have to start this as soon as possible. That's how mistakes happen. That's how people lose their money to scammers. You don't have to do it as soon as possible. You can wait. And if it comes out to be true, what you said, after we've had 3 or 4 days to vet the story, and then people want to donate, to the funeral home directly or through you or whatever, you don't have to do it as soon as possible, like today.
Or whatever means you go to for fundraising. But since there's a chance that other family members will contribute, to save yourself heartache in the long run, if you set up along with the PayPal a charity that you will put any excess.
Oh my Lord, convoluted. Here we go. This is the thing this is a derivative of what happened last time. Anything excess and over and above, we'll set it to a charity, and then it'll go to that, because God knows we don't want to issue refunds or reimbursements. No, here's an idea. Why don't we wait a few days?
Yeah, wait till Monday, at least.
Yeah, at least till Monday. Yeah. Tomorrow's Easter Sunday. Just wait till Monday.
Say we raise the $1,400 and the daughter comes up with $700, then you put the extra $700 into a specific charity.
Okay, wait. I didn't hear this. This is Dijon's. I don't know what she's going to say because I haven't heard this yet. This would be her perfect chance to say, no, the family is not contributing one single dime. There is no $700. Let's see if she says it. Let's see.
Set up front, your $700 up with $700. If say we raise the 1,400 and the daughter comes up with 700, then you put the extra 700 into a specific charity set up front. That'll probably keep a lot of the hounds off of you in the long run.
I wouldn't.
Wait, come on. There's no need for pause and there's no need for all that. This is like the as of yet statement. She knows the family is paying for this thing. I'm convinced at this point. At this point, I'm convinced. That last little
Extra 700 into a specific charity set up front. That'll probably keep a lot of the hounds off of you in the long run.
I wouldn't. That might be a good. I had no idea right now. That could be. I've just tried to think of a good charity to put it into. I would.
You will.
It would be some kind of veterans.
Okay. Okay, she knew. She knew that the family was paying for this thing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the fact of the
was
matter is, two days ago they were already posting about the the services, right? Which I mean, I have not had to bury anyone yet, luckily, but I would assume that you're probably not scheduling a service without payment arrangements being made, right? Like they're probably not. Yeah.
Charity.
Right.
Yeah, because they kind of pick out the whole thing, don't they? During that consultation period, what do you want? You want this? You want that? What kind of casket
You
you want?
sit down with them for hours and go over it all before the obituary ever goes out.
It's not a multi-session.
So if you look at what,
Yeah,
if you
in
look
fact,
at what the
funeral home
daughter had
usually helps you
posted,
write the obituary.
and the daughter had posted on Saturday, 2 days ago, about the the official announcements for the services. So I mean, and let's go ahead and assume that okay, so maybe they don't take all the payment up front, fine, whatever. I don't know, I wasn't there. But then everything that D. Johns is saying about I don't know what package, I need the money right now, that's a lie. Right? Because I mean, there's two options there. Number one, which is that it was paid up front and she doesn't have to pay a dime, and she knows that because the services have already been scheduled. Or two, you don't need the money right now paid up front because they've scheduled and made the arrangements, and they'll take payment at a later date, which means all the urgency she's conveying is dishonest. There's no option C that makes her look good.
You're absolutely right, Kate. Because I know when my dad, I didn't have to pay for nothing until everything was done and over with.
Yeah, that's the same with me. But everything's a little bit different. We know it's a big country.
When there's a life insurance policy in effect, a lot of times they'll give you 30 days or some time for the life insurance policy to pay out and you to pay the remainder. And it depends on if you have credit or not. If you have a line of if you're able to sign a paper for the promissory note.
Interesting. Look, I'm gonna hit play for 4 minutes, and I'll be right back. Is that okay?
Yes, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I would come up with a
let me know if I missed something juicy.
Neutral charity, like a veterans charity, that people would not have a problem with the funds going to help if there is excess funds gathered.
That would be a good idea. I didn't even think of something like that. Thank you. I didn't think of anything like that.
Have you notified Brian? Are you and Brian on good terms?
Yeah, I told Brian, and he tried to say something a little bit yesterday, but Brian's got his own health issues he's going through right now.
No, I meant just does Brian know?
Yeah, Brian knows, and Silver Diamond knows, and Upstate was on the panel, so Upstate knows.
Peanut 411 wants to know if donations can be made directly to the funeral home.
Can they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would think Peanut, if you just called him and give him his name.
That'd be a great idea too. I don't even know where to go. I've never been through this, so I don't know, guys. If they'll take donations, that would be great.
Did he I have a question. Did he belong to a church, or do you belong to a church? Or
He has a family church that we were married at, but I would prefer not to go to his church.
well, because sometimes the only reason I'm asking is sometimes the congregation will get together. They have funds set aside for emergencies or families in need, and that would definitely be something that they would consider helping out with.
Possibly.
To put that out there.
Possibly.
Just something.
Yeah, that's possible. I don't know. He was taking his girlfriend to his family church that we were married at, so I prefer not to deal with them.
D. Johns?
That's understandable.
D. Johns?
Yeah. Okay.
What did you say the name of the funeral home was?
Legacy in Anderson, Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Polly found the website.
Are they open now?
No, not that I know of. I know they set an appointment for me to come up Monday.
What's he doing?
Yeah, I don't think they're open on Saturdays. That's usually Monday through Friday gig.
Janice Wynn wanted to know if he had any life insurance through his employer.
No, he did not.
And funeral services, how may I help you?
Representative,
The fuck? I haven't heard this, but I heard that DFK just called the funeral home. Now, this is Saturday, obviously. He just called the funeral home. What is he going to call to see if they offer a payment plan? Is that what he's up to? What is he?
Freighter?
He says he was calling to donate $1,000.
Wait, what's that?
He said he was calling to donate $1,000.
He was. Hold on.
Employer.
No, he did not.
I want to listen to this again.
And funeral services, how may I help you?
Representative, operator?
My name's Matthew. I'm assisting phone calls. Ask who's calling.
Oh, okay. You're an actual live person. I've been expecting a live person. My bad.
Put him in the basement.
Mute.
No.
Just mute yourself, DFK. I don't want to hear this.
Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, he was going to get to the bottom of it. I mean, is this distasteful, what he did?
I probably wouldn't do it. Honestly, I don't know. It's just the problem with like a scam like this is that obviously there's an actual family who's grieving, and they don't need to get dragged into the the sniffing around. Alex brings up a good point though. She immediately is like, I don't want to hear this. Like, I mean, she probably knew what was going to happen if they had a conversation about this on the air.
I mean, I agree with you that this is I don't get the feel. Okay, yeah, we are talking about someone who just lost their life in a grieving family, no doubt about it. I'm sure Dijon's grieving too, but this does have a weird feeling about it. This is like she's out there putting this out wide open, and if the family in any way says that they didn't want the show to go on, I wouldn't be a part of it. But this is kind of weird. It kind of solves the situation. I mean, if she would have just said, yeah, ask them, if it's been paid for. She could have just said that. Say, is it, I don't know. Let's see what else happens.
When he comes, I was going to say when he comes back, I don't know that he got any information because they wouldn't give him the guy's name again or something. Yep, got to watch.
Okay. I'll shut up.
I think when he drinks, he's just really brain dead.
Oh, they kicked him.
Yeah.
Well, they kicked him.
Yeah, they kicked him.
Well,
he was pretty drunk.
Yeah. Okay, well, they kicked him. Well, man, who is that? DFK? Tell us what the guy said. Oh man, oh well. I mean, I'm sure the funeral home is not going to give out any private information to some drunk guy calling in on a Saturday. Hey, what's that? You know, give me the details on this funeral. Who's paid for it? No, I don't think they did that. But he could at least verified some of the information, like do you offer payment plans if someone's, didn't have the money right away or something, and verified some of what she's saying. Who knows?
Well, I'm sorry about your loss, D. Johns, and what you're going through. I'm going to have to drop down. So
Say thank you.
Thank you.
with you.
Okay, good job.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if he once he gets me donate to get it up on the channels, I'll donate and I'll put the information up on the other panels I go through.
And that's how it goes. I'll do it, and that lends credibility, and I'll propagate it. I'll spread it around for you.
I've got I do have, the only thing I've got set up is my own PayPal, but I've seen Polly get hung up on that some stupid shit before. I just want anybody that's listening that I will send Polly the death certificate and any receipts.
There's this certificate.
You know,
we don't need the death certificate.
Anything to prove what's actually going on.
Were you going to set up a PayPal pool, or were you just going to use your straight?
The only thing I have set up now is my PayPal, but I can figure out. I'm not sure how to do a PayPal pool, but I can go to it.
Yep, you're right, Beagles. No PayPal pool, just a PayPal. Another red flag.
And try to figure out how to set one up. I can do that.
It's actually it's very simple. I helped somebody once, and I thought it would be more difficult, but it really wasn't. You just set a specific amount and like a goal, and then you go live with it, and it's a link, and it helps people see like how much it was actually raised too. So it's not like,
see, Golden Eyes. She should work for PayPal, and so she could be selling promoting their services.
Like it keeps a tally.
Okay, Monday when I go to the funeral home and talk to them and get a set amount on the cost of everything, then I'll set that up. I've got a niece here that can help me figure out how to set one up. I think that'd be a good idea, Jen or Golden. That'd be a good idea. It'd be the easiest.
Never happened though. Never happened.
DFK, don't lie. You were listening the whole time.
Yeah.
I heard my name mentioned.
Probably to get hung up in some kind of drama bullshit that they accuse him of stuff.
Right.
If Paul will let you drop your PayPal and link, I'll go ahead and donate to your PayPal. You can put it wherever you need to in this. I don't get up in the receipts and everything when I give for something charitable.
And to Randy, I don't go into any Discords. I don't belong in any Discord.
You should.
At all. I just seen that in chat.
Well, so far I haven't seen her PayPal link dropped.
I asked for your PayPal link in private chat. I wasn't sure what you had set up so whatever you have now, you can put in private chat. I don't have a wrench, so I can't put it out there, but maybe somebody else can put it out there. If Polly's okay with that, I don't know.
There's a PayPal link.
Do you have it in your channel?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't really do anything with my channel. And I'm not positive. I'm kind of new at it, so I don't even know how in the about part how to add any kind of PayPal links. I don't normally ask for PayPal shit, so.
Right.
Where's my phone at? I want to say to all the people in this chat, not this chat, but the chat on Polly's stream, you can see on the right. You know, I mean, I don't blame these guys. They let's get a PayPal, let's get it going. Oh, no, it's a bit different. But the people that were supporting D. John wanting to help, that's just human nature. I mean, people out there wanting to help, and they're going with it. And there's still, I think, a remote possibility that she could be telling the truth. I don't know.
I said this earlier. I think there's a lot of scams in this community because, people here are very generous, and I think people see that. So,
yeah.
Well, I was just over to Mike's a while ago, and I seen her posting links all over the place. So,
yeah, that's a big. I need to look into that. Is that stream still up? And is the chat available?
I just went and looked, and of course, no, it's not up. It's gone. It's not there from today.
I happen to have a screenshot. If you want to share my screen from that chat earlier today.
Sure. Yep.
Matt Taylor. Here you go. Not scamming anyone. There is money owed to his daughter, and I have to pay any and all debt that he owes. You fucking idiot. Weird.
Okay, wow, that's today. This is from today.
That's Mike Taylor. Mike Taylor's stream.
And now we have the new wrinkle. Any and all debt owed. So we have a new wrinkle. I have a problem with that. That's way too early. They haven't even paid their respects yet. That comes, I think, Wednesday or Thursday, and she's out there trying to rummage up some money to pay for a debt. That's, again, any debt that is owed, they're not going to come knocking on her door Monday night, Monday morning. A little crazy. Wish I knew the answer to this one. I know where I'm leaning.
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm there. Yeah, I think this might be a scam.
Well, when she hummed and hawed about the family, about the $700 deal, that kind of did it for me. You're going to ask for
money.
Skylar's
one of the family members, and they already reported to the PayPal, so hopefully she said it gets taken down.
Wait, yeah. Did you say the Skylar person is who?
Family member, yeah.
Okay.
You see that? His daughter, his family, they would like to grieve in peace, not with this woman on YouTube begging for money from people. They have things taken care of for their father, for their loved one. And, it's disrespectful, and it's horrible that we even have to do this.
Well, I feel a little bit odd when he's saying, is this, maybe we need to wrap this up then. I don't know. Is this not helping?
I think they want it out there. They want the more people that know and are aware of what she's doing. That's my opinion.
Okay. Yeah.
And they've made several posts on Facebook to try to warn people. And, that's really all we're trying to do here today. Because like I said at the beginning of this, you get to do what you want with your money. But, we just kind of wanted to show you what is behind the, asking for this particular money.
Okay, well, whether there was a misunderstanding or discrepancy or maybe an off-timing thing on Saturday, it should have been put to rest Sunday when the family put out the statement that everything is fine, we don't need money. And if she's out asking for money after that, anything after that, then there's a definite issue. There's a problem.
She was asking for money last night too, and meanwhile, anytime that they try to warn people, look, this has nothing to do with the services, we've taken care of it, don't donate to this, report it, she's putting little mad faces on it, which is just, that's unconscionable. I don't even understand, she should be relieved. She's saying she's so worried about not being able to pay for the services. Like the case closed. You should be super relieved and let it die.
Yeah, right. You're off the hook on the paying for the services. You should be no mad faces. Should be happy faces, or at least relief face. Is there a relief emoji? You don't have to be happy, but just relieved or thankful. How about thankful face? Is there a thankful face?
Facebook does not have a thankful face, and I don't think D. Johns has a thankful face either, to be completely honest.
God,
there's a link to the Mike Taylor video there in the private chat. I don't know if y'all want to watch through it. Mike Taylor talking about probably toilet coffee. But, I think it's just unlisted if I don't know if it's gone. But
Okay. Well, if she is only in the chat, then I would say I'm not going to watch the video. I might scroll through it to read the chat, but I'm definitely, yeah, no.
oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm being told that there's no chat. So I don't know. Maybe it hasn't processed yet. Sometimes the chat will come back later. But needless to say, that was the actual stream. Maybe some of the comments came up on the banner. I don't.
Yeah, I just checked, Teresa. I didn't see anything except just the banners that were flashing by. I looked.
Well, look, Anon, I got 15 minutes here. I got to go close up shop. So I'm gonna say goodbye. You still have Polly's link, kind of where we stopped. And I guess, yeah, I think some people I'm about 9 out of 10 that this is dishonesty, raising money through false statements or, and pulling at people's heartstrings, trying to get a dime. I don't understand why people do it. How do they know? Eventually it's just like you tell your kids, you're going to get caught.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks, Neve. And Skylar, if you want to come up, I'm going to drop the link and let, I know there's some family members actually in chat. They want to come up. They're more than welcome to come up.
But anyway, thanks for having me up and on. Everybody else, Kate, Teresa, and everybody in the chat.
Nathan, thanks.
Have a nice day.
Naven.
Booger.
Naveen.
Who calls him Naveen, Teresa?
I think it's Joey the Guns. Who is Naven Johnson?
I think he's
I
being,
was kind of onto this.
entirely fair. Too fair, really. Too fair. I mean, I don't see anything that would indicate that this is just like a mishap. It just looks like a straight scam to me.
Yeah, I think it is too. I mean, we have the family members in there thanking for the live, and we have the Facebook posts and stuff. Kate,
It's kind of the fact that we question it a little bit. Stuttering and just confusion, and I don't really know. I'm just so upset. Like, you don't come asking for money when you don't even know what you need money for. First of all, right? Like, you would think that if your concern was really with arranging services, that you would have a dollar amount in mind, you would figure it all out, you would know what you need to do, and then you would figure out how you were going to pay that, not kind of throwing it to the wind. Well, I need money, but I don't need it, but I need it now. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Like, that is, I mean, if it's not a scam, right, just that part of it, that it is terribly irresponsible. And she's supposed to be a grown ass woman.
yes, Skylar, you're more than welcome. That we got it out there and make people aware what's going on. Appreciate you being in chat and listening to the live.
And sorry for your loss. That really is. I mean, like, I feel like that's getting overshadowed, but it's tragic. It's tragic. And as I understand, he has, a daughter and a grandchild, and that's what's sad. And it's sad that, on top of having to arrange these services and grieve the death of a loved one, you've got this slag, just scamming people using this. And I really can't get over the fact that she's acting like she's so concerned now, but this man was missing, and I didn't hear one thing about it through anything. I would think that one thing that, going to YouTube and the internet would be really helpful for is finding a missing person, right? Because there's a lot of people in this little community that are around that area that know something, and she didn't bother, not once.
Well, she didn't mind disparaging him, though. She didn't mind disparaging him. And that was kind of a red flag for me.
Yeah, that's true. Hey,
the fact
DFK.
that she wasn't in the obituary, that was a red flag for me. Yeah, well, and I've arranged funerals before, so the whole thing was just kind of kooky.
Hello. Yeah, when I called the funeral home that night, it wasn't to try and debunk her story. It was not trying to probe into it. It was made with the intention of donating $1,000 towards that funeral. When my father passed, my dad passed in 2019. We had insurance on him because he had gone through about Alzheimer's and dementia, and for that reason, he had to be on Medicaid. I think it was. Can't remember if it was Medicaid. It's got to be Medicaid because he had to be in an assisted living, and to pay for his assisted living out of pocket, there was no way it was going to be able to be afforded. But getting him on Medicaid, they allowed for certain things to be paid with his money before the rest went to the facility he was in. One of the things they allowed was an irrevocable funeral trust. So we went to the funeral home, we made the arrangements, found out what the cost was, and we were paying like $2,000 a month, $2,500 a month just to get that in place, because we did not know how long we were going to have, because before he went into the assisted living, we had taken him to the emergency room, and we found out that he had a pulmonary embolism, and they said he has days to live, days to weeks. So it's like, wow, so we've got to do something right now. So we were just basically giving them everything we possibly could to get that funeral trust in place. When my mother passed a year later, we did not have any insurance on her, so all of her funeral came out of pocket. We went to the funeral home. This was after she had passed. We tried to keep her expenses low because it was coming out of pocket. Her total bill for her funeral was like just over $5,000. They did take payments. Payments were okay with them as long as the payments were made regularly. When I called the funeral home, I had full intentions of giving them $1,000, but I could not get all the information I needed for them to satisfy them that I was doing it for the right reasons. So they would not allow me to do so. But like I say, I do know that they will take payments.
Hey,
at least some of them will. I'm not saying all of them, but at least some.
Yeah, DFK, Biggles got a question I'd like to know too, is what did the funeral home tell you when you did call?
Not a whole lot, because they were just an answering service. So I've never known a funeral home to have an answering service. Normally it's just like what do you call those things? The recorders. Manny, go lay down.
Oh, okay. No, I was just wondering what it was. So yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to get the information needed so where I could make that payment, but I could not. They would not let me up on panel to where I could get that information that was needed.
Yeah, correct.
Are you glad?
I still don't know that it's a scam. I know that if it comes down to where she's in need of money for that funeral, I will definitely donate to it. But I will make that donation directly to the funeral home.
Okay, well, her daughter has said she's already taken care of that.
Yeah,
Well,
here's the thing. The family is saying they've already taken care of it. They put out numerous Facebook posts warning people about this. They've labeled it a scam. The services have already been not advertised, but they've been scheduled, and there's a notice that's gone out. The obituary's already gone out. And if you listen to like the stream that Navin was just playing, D. Johns herself says like, oh, the services are supposed to be on Wednesday. So she also knew that they were already arranged and scheduled.
Yeah, she already knew, DFK.
Well, in that case, I'm glad I did not make that donation, that I did not have the information needed.
Well, I think I'm gonna that's about it, guys. I think I'm going to cut the live now. If anyone else got anything else to add?
Well, I do want to wish my condolences to the family of this man who I didn't know. He seems to have gone out with a bang, and but I am really sorry, for your loss. I know this is difficult, and it just makes it 10 times worse when someone's out there trying to scam on it. So, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, me too. It is sad. So, Kate, you got anything to add?
No, I echo the sentiment. Definitely my condolences. It's never easy to lose a loved one. I just think it's pretty gross what D. Johns is doing here, and I think all the signs point to this being a gigantic scam. And if anybody gives her money, you're a dumbass.
Well, there you have it. Thanks for jumping up to DFK. We'll talk to you all later. Thanks, Kate, Teresa, everyone in chat. Everybody have a good
Thanks, everyone.
have a good day. We'll talk to y'all later.
You too.
Thanks for having me up.